So welcome everyone to the session. We have this free webinar on how to define the culture of innovation as an introduction to the digital course, because we wanted to highlight all the work we have done during 2 years and a half on the part of how to create an academy section of digital trainings inside the Collaborate platform to help all the academics into the digitalization of the knowledge. So we were doing a lot of research, we were doing a lot of activities. So this is why I want to introduce as well how we are introducing digital courses inside Collaborate. But the main focus, the whole webinar is about the culture of innovation. And then at the end, I will add the part of how you can access to the course. So you will see the agenda. I am going to introduce myself and why I am doing what I am doing. Now, then we are going to the point, very, very important point of innovation pipeline versus innovation culture, and why, when I remember a vice rector said, well, we are doing all these tools, how to brainstorm and everything, but this is not the objective. I mean, the result is not what I was expecting. She was thinking more to have a culture of innovation, but all the actions she was doing was about the innovation pipeline. So here we are going to visualize a lot why this is not working. So after, we are going to deep dive into the complexity of culture, and then we are going to define culture of innovation, and then we have an exercise with a PDF. You will get as well after the webinar a workbook to define, and you can do it as well now, how to define the culture of innovation for your organization and from your perspective. And then I am going to introduce the culture of the course of innovation culture and Q&A. So who I am and why I am here. So I am the author of the book Innovation and Collaboration in the Digital Era. And this book makes a huge revolution on how to manage and how to change from innovation management to innovation leadership, plus using the new concept of emotional intelligence for innovation and introducing a new way of doing an orchestration and coordination of innovation ecosystems. So at the end, this webinar and this course is like the part of how everything, all the steps you have to do, lead you to have a culture of innovation. Like the people like innovation, they love to innovate, and the company is going to all the organization, the universities, the teams, they are going into the, to be ready for the future, and how to help them to do this. So I am as well the founder and the CEO of the Collaborate platform, as you see. So we have this open platform, like everyone can access, but as well we have SaaS dedicated white label platforms to other ecosystems. And so everything about technical details I can support as well if you have questions. And in my journey to support the whole innovation ecosystems into become innovative and to connect to each other and to collaborate between different regions, organizations, I am board member of the Knowledge for Innovation Forum inside the European Parliament, and as well I am helping the Commission on policymaking for innovation ecosystems, but as well for gender, entrepreneurship, and women investment. So as well, I am chair of the working group Innovation Ecosystems at the IUTI. and member of the board of Amit. So it's a part of Association for Innovation related to women. And as a background, I am telecom engineer, and I am working in innovations more than 15 years, starting from R&D labs until corporate, when I discovered like corporate was super disconnected from universities. Like in R&D, I was super used to work with everyone, like tiny SMEs, startups, huge corporates, academics, universities, all together mixed doing R&D. And then at corporate level or at university level, we're not so mixed or collaborative. So that's why I created Collab With, and my whole journey kicked off there with this understanding of why not everyone is when they have to be, So, and why I am here? Because when I started my innovation journey in R&D, I was in a user lab. So for me, it's very natural and very important to listen and to take notes and to listen everything, to listen every tiny comment you are making. So when I am in meetings, in calls, in webinars, so I have only a book about taking notes when we are doing workshops and webinars to get all the feedback. So I got this, we can say these sentences. So what is happening? Why there is not this culture of innovation? What is the problem there? Like maybe it's because they are too much focused on doing, and not on being a leader. As well, the other point I discovered is like there are too much focus on innovation pipeline or innovation, front end of innovation management, how innovation, idea, concept, prototype, thinking on this, like it's not focused on what you want to do as a company. And then there are a lot of focus on challenges to engage the community and to find ideas. But innovation is about implementing and creating collaborations and partnerships. It's not about challenge. And then I got a lot of listening to everyone saying, we do challenges, but it's not working. Yeah, because you have a completely different objective, and then you are doing an action, it's not going to your objective. And as well, I am listening a lot of, they're looking for easy and quick solutions, like brainstormings, boot camps, to create some kind of engagement or something. But this is not working, of course, you create more frustration. So, I put here why I am here, because I want to shift, to make the change on the perspective of how people are doing innovation, to do it in a correct way, like you have more results and more impact, at the end. Because if not, you are creating frustration, you don't know why. And so that's why I am doing what I am doing with the book, with the trainings, and with these courses now for accessible for everyone. So in this webinar, we are going to go to the key. So I hope at the end of the webinar, you have to explain me, you change completely, you open your eyes, you refocus your glasses, and then you have a completely different perspective how to do innovation and how to create this culture. What does it mean this? So here we go. Innovation pipeline versus innovation culture. So this is it. It's super simple, but so complicated to get to the point. So in one side, everyone is focused on this idea, then concept, prototype, and implementation. I put here question mark, not everyone focus on this question mark. But this is not the point. If you want to create, this is only like a tiny piece, we will see later, a tiny piece of the whole innovation. So the innovation culture is about values, KPIs, mindset, impact, evolution of the company, leadership, and then how to measure this and how to integrate this into all the actions you have to do, because there are many topics around. So it's very complex. So that's why, you have to really do it. I want to do it, and in the course we have the step-by-step process how to do it. But it's like really it's about leadership and how to implement all the tools and all the steps to make it run. So you see it now, super visual. We have the huge circle innovation culture, boom, huge, big. And then, the innovation pipeline is there, a circle inside the innovation culture. It's one of the things, it's one of the processes, one of many. And then when we talk about challenges, brainstorming, even this is inside the innovation pipeline because it's a part of ideation. So when it's a tiny part. So when when you have like, I want to have an innovation culture, super cool, the people are super innovative, creative, and we can create projects, blah, blah, blah. And then you are doing a brainstorming, you see, it's ideation. And then, they are missing pieces here. They are missing a lot of pieces. So that's why even a brainstorming is inside the innovation pipeline. It's not even direct impacting the innovation culture. So now we are going to the complexity of the innovation culture. So if we are going back, to more the philosophy of what does it mean culture, because culture is, even I don't know if you have Netflix. I was a little bit shocked when I was in, like now we are in the Pride month. It was, like Queer Eye. I don't know if you know the Netflix series. Like you have 5 gays shaping and change completely the life of a person. And the part of psychology, the Camaro, the person who helps the person to go through the traumas and help them, to understand the reality and to change, they put the name culture. And I was, interesting. So psychology equals culture. Incredible. So that's why culture is super complex, because we have, I put here some of the meanings and definitions or associations of culture we have in our minds. We have culture is creative industries. Culture is about identity. Culture is about acting and theater. It's about act, music, how you do things, folk traditions, like Valdis was mentioning at the beginning, the singing tradition they have, the music festival they have now, it's a folk tradition, it's very cultural. So culture is as well, it's a movement. It's about traditions. It's about how you think. So culture has many definitions and meanings for people, everyone completely different. And it's only possible to measure culture via the results you have. If there is a culture of music and singing, you can measure if how many singers, or hits or music CDs or groups of music, different music you have in the country, for instance, like how you can measure the type of culture, you create and you have as an identity. And then what are the consequences of this? The results. So really we can measure the culture, and the effectiveness of the culture. But then if you translate a pick into leadership skills, you see? And then maybe we can be super overwhelmed about how to create a culture of innovation. Oh my God, oh my God. So you see here, how to translate this is about processes, values, KPIs, budget, education, activities, events, networking, branding, communication, identity, psychological safety, sharing information, if we took the example of Valdis, for instance, like the music and singing festival in Latvia. Like if you see, okay, there is an activity there, yeah, an event. Okay, branding, people, they like to network, they connect to people who are in the same, in the same music singing festival. They make a lot of communication about, no? They share information, how many people they are there, Valdis mentioned, 30,000 people today, during the festival to participate, only imagine, to participate, active, active people. So this is the culture, no? So let's go to the previous slide. So it's like everything about how you think is culture, or how you represent culture in different ways. And then it's okay, let's talk about business, no? To be a leader. So what does it mean behind, to orchestrate a culture, to happen? So this is the part of culture as a complex, reference, as a complex, like the part, like I think it was Sarah who mentioned the part of no, it was Javier, the part of intangible, no, like the part of we have is intangible, no. So this is very important, because when you don't see values, you don't see where are the values, no, where are the KPIs, they are there somewhere, but you see the results of these values, no. So it's how we can go to be more tangible, knowing how we can create this culture. So now the definition of innovation culture. Very simple. I don't want to be super theoretical books, research definitions. Okay, is the go to the point. Innovation culture is about making easy the job of the leadership team to do new things. Very practical definition. Very practical definition. If you don't have a culture of innovation, it's super difficult to do something super cool and new and super creative. Very difficult, because you will have these critics, like, why we are doing blah blah, like this is not in our KPIs. This is not the thing we have to do. Like, why you are? I don't understand why you are doing this. Or why like why we have to do the thing we have to do. But if you have this innovation culture, it's making super easy to make new things. This going to the point, to the results, going to the point of, the flow. So this is the first exercise for you. So I don't know, you have a pen and some papers, and then we are going to make super interactive. So I want to you share your ideas. The question for you now to work in a paper is, what is your dream innovation culture for you? What is your dream? If you can dream, if you can imagine, like, super cool, what does it mean for you, culture of innovation? What does it mean to have a super cool, amazing innovation culture? What will be? Okay, if we go, well, we continue, because we have another exercise after this. If we can define the innovation culture, here I pop up some of the ideas, no, like now you did, now in the chat, no? Someone has an idea and has the freedom to start a project. Boom. In a context of super cool cultural innovation, this is possible. Okay, you have budget for innovation, for instance. No, everyone is thinking that innovation is useful and needed and super mega cool. As well as possible, like if you have a culture of innovation, like you can contact academics to help you to go to the next level, for instance. Or everyone is coming to you to learn about innovation, like, how are you doing this innovation thing? Like, I want to learn how I can, how I can be innovative. Or they are coming to, you are supporting your teams and departments with innovation tools and trainings, depending on what they need. And as well, culture of innovation, you can define as you co-create with other organizations, to create new things. The part of one thing is to do new things, no, like you mentioned, to build ideas, to combine ideas, but they make solutions instead of only with teams inside the organization, as well with teams outside the organization, with other, academic startups, other industries, other SMEs, other institutes, governments. And as well, your team and organization do things differently from others, For instance, if you have a very simple thing, if you have a new product, like no one knows, I don't know, it's a new pen, super magic pen, whatever. And instead of doing a classical communication, you say, why not we can communicate this in a different way? How we can create a campaign or something to introduce this magic pen in a different way. So the part like this type of different thinking and doing the classical things, you go to the next level of creativity and innovation as well at all levels. Like I think Baldi said as well, encourage creativity. No, that was lateral thinking. Who was this? Lateral thinking and creativity. Javier. Yeah, exactly. So now we are going to do another exercise now. Like we introduce all the parts of this innovation, culture in different ways. So you will receive after I think 1 hour after the workshop, an email with this workbook, with a workbook with this paper, like you can print out or you can work in the iPad to do this exercise. But now it's nice as well to do it very quick, like you get already some takeaway from the webinar. So we define now what is your dream innovation culture. That is done already. Now we are going to the next basic values. Define the values to help to go to this dream innovation culture. And then after this is the mindset. Which kind of mindset you as a leader, the people around you, and the organization, they have to have this, which kind of mindset to be able to have this dream culture of innovation. And the other is, what is the impact you want to have? Why you are doing this? Why you are doing this innovation culture? Why you want to create this innovation culture? So define the impact, and then, okay, how you are going to measure this impact. Define the first KPIs you have in mind. Okay, I can measure this by number of, encourage creativity, number of ideas, but this is the super classical one, like more into social environment. Okay, how we can measure the impact on the social environment, for instance. That is super interesting. Or how you measure the part of express yourself, or if you measure, well, this is the put you mentioned now, no? But if I am going to this, how I can create a KPI, to help you how to create a KPI. For instance, co-create with other organizations to create new things. Okay, number of collaborations, for instance. If you want to exploit, we can say, the internal culture, because of number of collaborations cross departments, for instance. Number of collaborations with outside organizations. If your point is the budget of innovation, the KPI could be, okay, how much budget we have for innovation. You can measure personnel, collaboration budget. Oh, that is new. not everyone has this. Collaboration budget to create new collaborations every year. Budget for activities, trainings, events of innovation. What is the budget, and then you can measure KPIs with different type of budget. Another one. Everyone is thinking that innovation is useful and needed. Okay, you can create a survey and you can mention, okay, I want like 90% of my employees of the organization think like innovation is super cool. So, how you can translate everything related to classical, like, okay, what I want the people to do and think, and how, this is the impact, and then how to translate this in KPIs you can measure. Super important. Here, for instance, you contact academics to help you to go to the next level. The KPI here is the type of collaborations. For instance, if you want to have collaboration for consulting or for talks or for experts or for training, depending, then it's like, okay, how many of external consulting we have with academics, no? How many of this? If you want to power this specific, okay, that's my KPI. So the other is like a reflection. Okay, I know what is my situation now. Very good. And now I know where I want to be. Because here in that moment, in the last question, is very critical. You have a current situation and you want to create a new identity. So now in the last exercise is, okay, what exactly I need to change of the current situation to get to the new identity. Voila. So that's the exercise now. So please go super quick. Everything is popping up in your mind, boom, right immediately now, even if it's a word, bam, 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 super quick. So then you will have, a specific already mindset, we can say food and ingredients for you for thinking later. So that is very important. You have to write now whatever is coming to your mind about values, mindset, impact, KPIs, what you need to change, like bam, bam, bam. And later you will get this super nice page in your inbox. So then you can print out and you can have, okay, I need 1 hour to block 1 hour of my calendar to think about this, and then you can develop later in detail. But now it's very important now to do something, to write what is coming to your mind now. For instance, values. What you have in your mind now coming up? Values, mindset, impact, KPIs, something. Write in the chat. So then we are going together to do this exercise. And if you have questions, I don't understand values, or I don't understand mindset exactly, like now you can ask these questions and put and write your point now in the chat. For instance, values could be respect, integrity. Integrity is like as a leadership. I say something, I do this. It's not like you are saying A and you are doing whatever thing is not related to A. That's the part of integrity. It's very important as a leader. And when you create a culture, it's super key aspect of the, for instance, integrity. But you can have maybe for me, respect is super important to each other, to other opinions. So maybe, like what is important for you, values, mindset, impact, KPIs, and what you need to change to go there. So introduction to the course of innovation culture. Here, this is the introduction to the course, so you can ask as well questions about this. So what is the course of innovation culture? So it's 6 lessons, it's like, think about a puzzle with different pieces, like they are coming together step by step, you know. In this part, to support all of these lessons, you have a workbook of 100 pages of workbook, how to do everything step by step. So you have as well, every lesson has a video. And then we have weekly 1-hour group sessions to ask all the questions, to introduce the concepts in a different way. So the lesson 1, we will have an innovation culture. Here, I will introduce the framework, how to do a step-by-step to manage and or coordinate an innovation culture. In the lesson 2, we are going to work about the leadership of innovation and how to become a leader of innovation in different parts. Here we are going super deep in leadership. So you have remote leadership, you have emotional intelligence, you have the part of what a leader has to do, and what all the parts to work on as a leader for innovation. So in the lesson 3, we are going into how to create an innovative organization. And this is extra because the culture is one of the pieces of the innovative organization. That's amazing. So that's super cool. So you will see how to manage like the organization. So at organizational level, So we are going to more deep levels. So in the lesson 4, we are going very practical on how to create a manifesto of innovation, because one of the key parts of leadership innovation is clarity. Like everyone has to know what is innovation, how we can do innovation in the company, the values, why is relevant innovation for the company, how we are helping teams to be innovative, to do innovation, everything, boom, 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 in one page. So here in lesson 4, we are creating an innovation manifesto. And I will, and that's amazing. It's like, that's super cool because here really, and this is after the innovation leadership, here you see your leadership. If you have fear to contact the other departments and talk to them, I ask them, okay, how I can support you from innovation perspective. And I have some customers and clients in huge corporates. They cannot do this. They are super afraid. So we have to go back, always back to leadership skills and emotions. And, like really all these exercises, they are going pam, 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 step by step. And then you see things you have to grow to the next level of growth of yourself as a person and as a leader. So then in lesson 5, that's the magic part. How to create a team when you have not a team. And this is key because at innovation, you don't have always a super team for doing innovation. You are not Siemens, everyone, like you have tiny teams. Even you have not a team or not budget or a tiny budget. So here we are going to, okay, how we can transform the whole organization, creating a virtual team, of people in every department, and how to manage all of this, and how to create a team inside the board of all the vice presidents and rectors and vice rectors of the university to plop, bottom up and top button, to change this almost without budget. Okay, that's super mega cool. So then in lesson 6, we have the promotion of innovation. Yeah, because if no one knows about innovation, or like you are not that visible inside your organization, or as well external. So we are touching the 2 here: internal promotion and communication of innovation, and external promotion and communication of innovation. So this is almost the basic pieces of the innovation culture course. And then how is the structure? So you see here the calendar. All we have Thursday, so July and September, because August, okay, we make a break in August. And as well, this is the online live session, we have with me, and you can ask questions. We can do exercises online, live, and then the workshops. extra after the course. So we have 3 workshops extra. So you see the digital platform I mentioned, collab with, and you have the academy news section. That is how it looks like. You have an academy and you have the culture and you have every lesson like this. So you can download the PDF of the lesson or the whole PDF as well at the beginning in the introduction, and you have the video, and then you have all the lessons one after the other. So, and in the workbook, you see, you have all the pages with exercises, you see, it's a little bit of theory and wow, exercise. You know, like at the end, you have everything mapped and you have everything step by step. Like you can go after always, how I can do this, you know, and you remember and you have done all the work. And then we have a chat channel as well for the community support, networking, you know, everything you need to ask questions. You know, we are going to share everything there as well, all the extra materials. Every time we discuss in a live session something new, I will pop up new workshops there or something. Look at this workshop we did some time ago, you know, or look at this canvas or this podcast or something. And then the bonus extra, you know, not only this. So we will have the workshop of emotional intelligence. We have the workshop of how to be creative and what does it mean creativity. We have a workshop of high performing teams because it's very important, you know, how to manage the team properly. So we have an extra lesson that's super cool, a mastermind of innovation culture. And I put this because I saw when I was doing the course, I am still doing the course with another group as a test. The mastermind was very important to do before the course. So I am including the whole mastermind here. So you have an extra workbook of 44 pages to analyze the culture of innovation and as well how to create an innovation event. So this is super complementary from the course of culture of innovation. Like you have videos as well there in the mastermind. And then I created a talk of 20 minutes about mindset. What does it mean, mindset? You know, what does it mean exactly, mindset? You know, when as a leader, but as well as a team and in the culture, because I saw this is one of the key elements is difficult to understand sometimes. So I created an extra video to help you to understand what does it mean mindset. Like you can recognize, you know, in the sentences on how the people talk, how the people comment, how the people, you know, say things, and how to translate this into a positive thinking to be able to create this culture of innovation. So that's why there is this mindset specific talk to help you to understand all these points. And as well, another about values, because that was another critical point of understanding. What does it mean, values? What does it translate values into actions, programs, and everything happening in the culture? You know, that was another key element. That's why I created a new video only for this, to explain values after values. What does it mean, the impact, and why it is important to define the values. Yeah. And then extra, I was thinking, okay, I think you have to follow up, no? So as an extra thing, I am giving an annual premium subscription of Collab with. And here you have access to all the videos we did. I mean, like more than 66, I don't know, no more than 100 trainings we have. Yeah, a lot. So yeah, I think this is a lot. And plus in 1 year, you have 36 workshops and masterclass extra we are going to do during this new year. So if you get this annual premium subscription, you get access to the past, but as well to the new of the year coming. And as well, you get matches, personalized matches based on your profile to funding calls, to technology, to services, and to people. So yeah, so I was value, you know, not only the course, but as well the extra things I am offering to complement the course. So you will see here the cost. And then, so all together, so the lessons, so the 6 lessons plus the 6 live 1 hour group sessions the workbook of 100 pages, the chat channel, but the values talk, the mindset talk, the workshop of emotional intelligence, the workshop of creativity, the workshop of high-performing teams, the mastermind of culture of innovation, and the 1-year premium subscription of Collab with is 450 euros. And that's all. And we kick off next week. We kick off on 6th of July, and then it's this July, and then we continue in September. So you have as well is a nice break, and I think I will give you the workbook of the summer workbook, you know, to be ready as well for September. But only with this is, yeah, because I think it's needed. I mean, for the learning, I was thinking, okay, one thing is the super course, you know, like what is the basic, the lessons. But after, to increase the power of learning and application, like what do you need extra, you know, like it's complementary of the course. So that's why you have all these extra parts and workshops. So do you have questions? Okay, thank you very much, and see you very soon, maybe next week.